Check this bit of gear out. Badass. Joe Hunt Magnetos. Bronze cam gear drive. JH Joe Hunt. Perfect, as new. Contacts are nice and solid. So what do you think, guys? Go with the vintage Magneto vibe or just stick with the good old MSD? It's badass. That Magneto in there is pretty healthy. You would see how I turn the shaft and it's still got a nice, powerful, healthy spark. And that's what they do. It's its own generator. So as you turn the thing, you know what I mean? It just creates its spark. And the faster, snappier turn, obviously when it's in motion in the motor, it just creates such a strong spark in there, in that contact. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can see the direction I'm going with all this stuff. So it's going to be badass gear, but a lot of true vintage gear also in this application, just to complement the whole deal, and check that out. Look at the difference between Dominator stuff to 4150 stuff. That's just a big difference there. It's badass. Yeah, so that Joe Hunt Magneto came with a spare cap also, which is this Vertex Magneto cap. It came with Eagle 7mm high performance leads also, and this cap's pretty good. The cap that's in that Magneto is pretty awesome new. This is okay as well for a spare. Your contacts there, got plenty of meat. There's a few that are there that are a bit thinner than others, but that's still, a good valuable spare cap to have. And that's just badass Vertex Magneto Joe Hunt stuff, very rare, pricey. Yeah, so he also came with another set of spare Magneto leads also, which comes in handy. But yeah, these leads are cool. They're pretty expensive to grab them, and I like that. This just looks badass. Magneto cap, just old school. Just got a whole bunch of gear come in, and pretty cool actually. And for a decent bit of money, practically nothing at all. The Magneto's in there. We got a spare cap. We got a Moroso Magneto cover, which is pretty cool. And I like this stuff that's in blue because it just reminds me of the Ford blue. And because I'm a Ford guy, I like it how it comes very similar in that Ford blue color. Is the Moroso carb cap for a Dominator, and again, I like that just because it resembles, the Ford blue color. You got two variants of the Ford blue. You got a darker Ford blue that's more like that, and you also got a lighter Ford blue, which is this stuff here. But yeah, that Dominator carb cap by Moroso just looks badass. This here is 4150 carb cap by Barry Grant, and it's got your spark plug holders. So, if you're at the track, you pop this on top, make sure nothing goes in your carb while, you're working on it. Check your plugs, set your plugs up here. You've got 4 on each bank. Can't go wrong. Pretty cool, And I'll just show you what these bits and pieces are worth. We've got 2 genuine Moroso carb caps for 4150 carbs also that are come in. So they're going to be handy for that tunnel ram, whether it's for the Predator carbs or whether I go 4150, 750 double pumpers on that tunnel ram. So that'll be for that. This carb cap is obviously for my rare vintage Dominator carb. That's going to be for that original Budmore top, and we got the carb studs. We got a genuine Edelbrock 2-inch carb spacer, and these are the heavy duty ones. You can see all the thickness there. That's for a 4150 carb as well. You can do a little bit of port work. There's plenty of meat there if need be. And this can be for that single plane intake that I got to work on, find or modified, or I'll see what path I'm going to do with that. So that can remain for that, I guess. You know, I can always, you know, 2-inch spacers, you can't go wrong. A bit of plenum volume. Yeah, but that's by Edelbrock, so, you know, got that with this bunch as well. ARP carb studs to suit that. These aren't cheap also, you know, and I'll just run through it. Yeah, guys, so not a bad score. Everything here pretty much came from the same gentleman that, you know, cut me a great deal, and all delivered to my door. And, you know, everything's pretty just as new in condition. Like, you know, something like that, you know, is worth, you know, if we're talking US dollars, something like that's, you know, $100 and something US. This Edelbrock 2-inch spacer is, you know, $60 US. These are brand new, which is cool. A slightly older logo as well, packaging. You know, that there's probably $25-30 US. These things are $20-30 US each. This thing's obsolete. It's pretty cool, by Barry Grant. I can't, you know, see that online anymore. There's not one. You know, if you guys know of any, you know, what they were worth, that'll be cool. Just chime in, give us a comment. But that's pretty cool. Spark plugs, you know, you have to track, work on that. And even these Vertex Magneto caps, and you got to remember it's for a V8 8-cylinder. You'll see a lot out there, you know, for 4 or 6 cylinders, but these are the big boy ones that are rare, and, you know, people are selling these for $150-200 US thereabouts. And the Magneto in there itself, you know, is anywhere between $1 and $2 grand US. And you're not going to believe, but I pretty much got all that. Obviously not the carbs, but yeah, pretty much got all these bits and pieces, right, for US for about $300 delivered to my door US. And that's pretty cool. And that's the thing I was after, that in there with these. But I just grabbed all these little cool extra bits that he chucked in the mix. Badass. Just badass, guys. Old school cool. Big boy. Okay, let's go through and what some of this stuff retails for. Okay, thanks guys for tuning in.